What if I told you that animals can be transformed into sculptures in a lake? Or perhaps a desert that resembles the surface of Mars more than anything on Earth? There are locations all around the world that are so strange and otherworldly that they contradict our preconceived notions about nature. These are actual, real places you can go to if you dare. They are not Photoshop effects or scenes from a science fiction film. Some can make you want to take a trip in the future, while others might make you wonder if it's safe to go. In any case, get ready to be astonished, unsettled, and utterly enthralled. Danakil Depression, Ethiopia. Greetings from what may be the nearest thing to hell on Earth. With temperatures that frequently reach 120 degrees Fahrenheit in scenery that seems to belong on Venus, the Danakil Depression is one of the hottest, driest, and most hostile locations on Earth. A kaleidoscope of hues and chemical pandemonium is produced by the combination of sulfur springs, acid pools, lava lakes, and salt flats. Scientists investigated to find hints about the nature of life on other worlds. It is not a location to roam alone, yet it is feasible to visit, but only with a guide, a 4x4, liters of water, and a strong stomach for the heat and sulfur odor are required. The Great Blue Hole, Belize. It appears as though someone drilled a perfect circle into the ocean from above, encircled by coral reefs and brimming with aquatic life. The Great Blue Hole is a gigantic marine sinkhole that is more than 300 meters across and 125 meters deep. Its geometry alone isn't what makes it so weird. What's underneath it is. From colorful coral and fish to eerie, black silence, divers descend until they reach old stalactites, which show that this was originally a dry cave before sea levels rose. Although it's one of the world's most popular dives, it's not for novices. Risks include nitrogen narcosis, sudden changes in pressure, and poor vision. Antelope Canyon, USA. Once you see the Slender Slot Canyon in Arizona, you'll see why it's one of the most photographed natural marvels in the world. Like heavenly spotlights, beams of light cut to the swirling sandstone walls of Antelope Canyon, which have been sculpted by ages of flash floods. Although it appears to be a serene stone cathedral, the canyon is very dangerous. The canyon can become a lethal trap when flash floods are caused by unexpected rainstorms, sometimes from miles away. Because of the deaths of tourists, guided tours are now required. But in addition to keeping you safe, a local Navajo guide will tell you about the land's deep spiritual significance. Pamukale, Turkey. Pamukale initially appears to be an icy environment or a frozen waterfall, but it's calcium, not ice. The white terraces of Pamukale, which are formed by mineral-rich hot springs, tumble down a hillside to form natural infinity pools that appear almost too good to be true. The ruins of the ancient city of Hierapolis are located directly above the warm waters, which have been utilized for bathing since Roman times. This adds to the place's mystique. However, Instagram's rise has also presented new difficulties. In recent years, officials have been obliged to restrict access due to increased foot traffic and environmental stress. Some travertines are off limits to preserve the fragile formations, but you may still go barefoot across some of them. Yes, it is necessary. Socotra Island, Yemen. Socotra Island, sometimes referred to as the most alien-looking place on Earth, feels more like an other planet than a part of our own. It is situated off the coast of Yemen and is home to unique plant species, such as the bizarre dragon's blood tree, which has an umbrella-shaped canopy and red sap that appears to bleed when cut. The outcome? An unaltered countryside reminiscent to Jurassic Park. Despite Socotra's relative protection from tourists, political unrest in the area makes travel there difficult and unpredictable. For the few who do, however, it offers us a real glimpse into ecology, evolution, and the endless strangeness of Earth. The Wave, Arizona, USA. There is a sandstone rock structure in Arizona's desert wilderness that is so exquisitely crafted that it appears to be digital. The Wave is a geological marvel with flowing curves, rippling patterns, and dazzling oranges and reds that defy explanation. It was created over millions of years by wind and water, and now it is a popular spot for hikers and photographers. The catch is that entry is restricted to 64 individuals each day via a rigorous permission lottery. Why? Due to its fragility, excessive tourism has the potential to physically destroy this wonder. Additionally, don't let its beauty deter you. People have perished trying to discover it. Temperatures can rise above 100 degrees Fahrenheit, and there is no shade. Mount Roraima, Venezuela, Brazil, Guyana. Picture a tabletop-like mountain hovering over clouds, with sheer cliffs descending thousands of feet on all sides. With an estimated age of 2 billion years, Mount Roraima is not only one of the planet's oldest, but also one of its most peculiar geological formations. Its flat summit, which rises suddenly from the jungle floor, is frequently covered in mist, giving it a solitary, spectral aspect. Reaching the summit of this mountain, which served as the inspiration for Sir Arthur Conan Doyle's The Lost World, truly feels like entering a different universe. Strange rock formations, carnivorous plants, and creatures that are unique to Earth can be discovered on the summit. The door to hell, Turkmenistan. Greetings from a hole in the ground that has been burning non-stop since 1971. Yes, you read correctly. Decades ago, a Soviet drilling rig unintentionally drilled into a natural gas pocket, igniting the gigantic crater known as the Door to Hell in the Karakum Desert. In the hopes that it would burn out in a few days, scientists set it on fire to stop methane leakage. It continues to roar with flames over 50 years later. It is haunting, relentless, and completely captivating at night, when it lights like the depths of Mount Doom. This hellhole draws daring tourists from all over the world, but Turkmenistan isn't exactly your typical vacation spot. Just be careful. It's really hot. The ground is shaky and there are no guardrails. Salar de Uyuni, Bolivia. Have you ever wished to walk on air? Usurkin in Bolivia. During the rainy season, the world's largest salt flat, Salar de Uyuni, transforms into a gigantic mirror that flawlessly reflects the sky, transforming the entire landscape into an endless loop of horizon and clouds. It resembles being inside a matrix glitch. This strange flatland, which covers more than 10,000 square kilometers, has been used to calibrate satellites since it has such perfect geometry in some places. Don't be fooled by its beauty, though. Temperatures can drop drastically overnight, and it's simply become lost in its never-ending whiteness without the right guidance. Lake Natron, Tanzania. Lake Natron, a blood-red lake in northern Tanzania, looks like something from a horror film. It not only kills, but also terrifies animals that fall into it. Yes, the water's alkalinity, which can occasionally exceed 12, calcifies birds and small animals into strange, statue-like carcasses. The color red? That comes from microbes that love salt and flourish in these harsh environments. The lake is a deadly place for the majority of other life forms, yet it is an essential nesting area for flamingos. It's not your usual lakeside vista to stand at the water's edge and observe the hardened remains of creatures who failed to escape. Even though it is theoretically accessible, don't even consider swimming there. Please like this video, subscribe to the channel for more enlightening stuff, and leave a comment letting us know which location you would visit first, or which you would never dare to visit. If you like this trip around the strangest corners of the earth, tell your most daring friend about this, and continue venturing into the unknown.